Well, no, obviously that's a joke. It's been a tough week. It's been an interesting week in the market because you have just total drop-offs and then like a record day on Wednesday. And by the time we record this, we'll probably have 2 new records for both highs and lows set in the same day on back-to-back days. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what to do with your money. But with that said, I did see something very, very promising. So the majority, if not all, of the crystals that are sold in the United States to the crystal girls, you know, the folks that are into the new agey healing power astrology bullshit, the majority of those crystals are not made in the U.S. They're imported because we don't mine them like that here. So they come from all over the world. And from what I've been seeing, a lot of these stores that have grifted on this crystal crap because of the tariffs, if things don't shape up pretty quickly, are going to have to close their doors for good. And a lot of the Etsy stores and independent sales reps are going to have to jack the prices up, probably to a point that most of the crystal girls in question aren't going to be able to afford the products anymore. Let me just say this, guys. Tariffs aside, trade wars aside, every other policy on earth aside, how you feel about him as a man aside, if Donald Trump kills the crystal girl movement, put the man on Mount Rushmore. Don't even put him on Rushmore. Build a second mountain above Rushmore and put him on that. Above Washington and Roosevelt and Lincoln and fuck him. Put him above all of them because he will have fought off a far greater enemy than any of them could have possibly imagined, which was the Crystal Girls. If Donald Trump kills the Crystal movement, he is the greatest president in American history. What are you going to say?
Should we put him at the place where the faces are?
Yes, the place where the faces are. Yes. That was built on Mia's people's stolen land. What were you guys doing with that before it was Rushmore?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Cigarette factory.
It's a cigarette factory. That's great. So here's the thing, man. I love this tariff and trade thing. I love this because I'm watching people with 580 credit scores all of a sudden become financial and global trade policy experts overnight on Facebook. Isn't that magnificent when this happens? I'm watching comedians that I have personally booked on shows that have had to cancel on me an hour before the show because as they were walking out of their house or apartment or whatever to go drive to the show, the tow truck showed up and repoed it because they were 7 months past due at the buy here, pay here lot. They took their car and they couldn't drive to the show. These people are now talking about the pros and cons of free market capitalism versus protectionism. I mean, this is the shit that we're dealing with here. The people with crumbs on their beds are talking to us with this level of superiority. And I'm not going to lie, it makes me sick to my stomach. It really does. This is like taking marital advice from someone who's been divorced 5 times. This is like hiring, like Rosie O'Donnell to be your personal trainer. It makes absolutely no sense. This is like asking that Hannah girl that we reacted to on the show last week, or on Wednesday, excuse me, for advice on anything about life whatsoever. It's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that. But these people feel that because they have this platform on Facebook, that now all of a sudden they can go out and start talking shit about it. Here's my thing, bro. Because this is, have you seen the retirement accounts, the 401ks? You have $400 in your retirement account before the tariffs went into play. Shut the fuck up. You're never going to retire. You're never going to retire. You're going to work till you're dead because you've made such shit financial decisions. Or you're going to end up in like a state-sponsored old folks home where people will literally die for 3 months, and because they neglect it and it's so underfunded, they don't even know they're dead until they walk in 3 months later because somebody complained about a horrible stench, and you've like slowly started to rot into the mattress and now animals are eating away at your dead carcass. Oh yeah, that's how you guys are going to end up. That's what your life's going to be. That's how your life's going to play out, all you financial experts out there with your $400. And it's not like you guys fell on tough times. You're just lazy and you have a spending addiction. That's all there is to it. That's it. So unless you get really, really lucky, and even if you do get lucky and fall into a bunch of money, we know you're just going to piss it away anyway. So I'm not even going to comment on that. But you guys are complaining about like the retirement accounts. Dude, look at me. I am going to be 30 years old this year. The word retirement should not even pass my lips unless I'm saying, yeah, I'm sticking X amount of dollars away every month for retirement. I don't give a damn if I lost money in my retirement accounts. I don't care. Why would... Dude, until I'm of retirement age and taking that money out, that is monopoly money to me. Now, yes, I do have money in other stocks and I lost like $5,000 last week. So I've lost money. But here's the thing. It always goes back up. The stock market always goes back up. Go look at the trajectory. It never goes down and just never stops going down. It always goes back up. Again, not a financial advisor. Consult one if you've got questions. But the stock market always goes back up. So I'm not worried. Do you know why it always goes back up? Because if it doesn't, we don't have a country anymore. It's as simple as that. We don't have a country anymore. Because everyone's retirement accounts go to shit. Every company goes bankrupt. There's riots in the street. People are burning buildings to the ground and shooting each other for food. That's what happens. And then the new currency becomes ammunition. And guess what? I got plenty of that too. So this is monopoly money. I'm playing a board game until I get to retirement age. And that's another thing. I know we joke about the financial advisor thing. You guys really should hire a financial advisor. Like I said, I have money in other stocks that like I can touch right now if I want to. Do you know how much of that I pay attention to? Not shit. Not shit. Because I used to be like you. I was always looking for that crypto or that next stock that was going to, make me rich or make me thousands and thousands of dollars from little to no work. And then I realized that those are like 1 in a million. You've got a better chance of getting struck by lightning. And I'm like, okay, maybe the small percentage, the small trading fee to have somebody who actually knows what the hell they're doing and has the time to figure it out might be worth it. And that's what I did. So I don't do the day trading crap. I don't have time for that anymore. I don't do all you finance bros out there that are on Robinhood down $700 in a good year. Like maybe you should actually trust somebody that knows what the hell they're doing on it. Like I trust my wife with a lot of things. I would not trust her to perform open heart surgery on me. I would go to somebody that I trusted with that. I wouldn't trust myself to do it. I would go to someone who knows what the hell they're doing with a scalpel. So maybe you guys should do that instead of just sitting there day trading, losing a bunch of money. I don't know. That's the only real advice I'll give you. Because guess what? When I realized that wealth is built step by step over time and not in a quick come up in 99.99% of cases, I actually started making money in the stock market. It's a crazy concept that when you let people who know what the hell they're doing manage your accounts, you actually do well. Who would have thought? I don't know. Not me. Not me. Like I saw a kid in the sauna and this lady was like, what do you do for a living? When I say kid, he's like 20 because that's how old I'm getting. But this lady's like, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I trade. I trade stock. I was like, okay, what do you trade? Do you trade furs and pelts? Like, what do you trade? Oh, I trade stocks. Oh, who do you work for? Edward Jones, Schwab, TD Ameritrade. Who do you work for? And he goes, oh, yeah, I think that one. Like, what do you mean you think? You don't know where you work? No, you have a bullshit day trading app and you live with mommy and daddy and you sit in the basement and smoke weed and play video games. And you might go work at do some contracting gigs during the day for landscaping or something. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't lie about it. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It's like this generation of kids, they all just want to blow up quickly. None of them want to do any real work. God, I'm getting fucking old. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.